Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry I cannot be there in person. So basically what I wanted to communicate in a few minutes is how our collaboration with Jeff in the UN SDSN Global Climate Hub is producing some results that we hope will be viable in COP discussions with regards to decarbonization of the energy and transport system and the land use pathways that are integrated in order to produce the socioeconomic narrative and the strategy that is needed for climate resilience and climate neutrality towards 2050. The hub is functioning in 9 different units, bringing together all elements that are needed in order to support the transition pathways. And this unit function at continent level, region level, national level, peripheral level, cities level, local authorities level. And it's what Jeff was talking about regarding collaboration. All this holisticness in terms of the structure of the solutions is also reflected in the structure of the hub. So we have a unit that gathers and aggregates and visualizes socioeconomic and geospatial data needed for the development of the transition pathways and integrating the atmospheric physics and climatologic scenarios. Then a unit on climate and energy modeling, which showcases decarbonization pathways. Here we use the Balmoral energy system model that my team at the Technical University of Copenhagen has been developing for 26 years. And we are showcasing in COP at a national level EU decarbonization pathways, not just in terms of the energy mixture, but also in terms of the spatial structure of these energy mixtures and the potential hubs of production of this energy. In a nutshell, EU can achieve net zero targets through investments in renewables, which are endogenously determined with within pan-European carbon budgets, which also fit the national carbon budgets. For Northern Europe, it is investments in offshore wind, district heating, cheap onshore wind, biomass availability. For us, and Central Europe is cheap solar, PV, hydrogen industry, and we also showcase an initial screening of the spatial structure of hydrogen infrastructure. But it's not enough to just have energy decarbonization, you also need the land use decarbonization. And here we use the Fable calculator, which allows you to showcase how each country can achieve food security while achieving the global biodiversity targets and the climate mitigation targets. For example, and for today's presentation, this is the situation in Greece. This is a scenario where Greece can become climate neutral with regards to agroforestry sector by 2040. And of course, even if you have the decarbonization pathways of the energy and transport system and the climate resilience and neutrality pathways for land use, you also need to answer the question, who is going to pay this and how you can protect the vulnerable. And in this regard, we have for the countries that we've already applied our modeling within the Global Climate Hub socioeconomic pathways. So let me just say that we are presenting energy and land use transition pathways for the whole of Europe, all EU 27 countries, the Balkans, the UK, and Southeast Asia. This is how much we've done within the first year of the running of the hub. And together with this, we present general equilibrium analysis of the socioeconomic pathways. That is how you finance the investments in countries where have some fiscal space, and how you protect for the vulnerable. And we explicitly showcase that it is possible to mitigate the regressive effects of climate policies with a well-structured, based on incentives and innovative financial instruments. It is possible to have mitigation policy and at the same time achieve increased growth multipliers, positive job multipliers, and increase equality in Europe. So in closing, let me just say that the IPCC report, where we also participate, has already given us enough on how, what are the effects of inaction with regards to climate change, what are the cost, but it has not given us the how to achieve climate neutrality and climate resilience. And the Global Climate Hub is producing detailed pathways for the transition, and not only that, is supporting the pathways with the socioeconomic narrative. How you pay for this transition, how you pay for the investments that are needed for the transition, and how you do that in a just way, leaving no one behind. Thank you.